Hi guys, good morning. Just adjusting this a bit because I think I'm lopsided. Well, fuck it, right? I feel lopsided, believe me. Oh, is that thing red? Is it? Oh no. I just wanted to do a quick one, really, I suppose. I know a lot of us are feeling really out of sorts and as if this reality just wants to spit us out, isn't it? I feel that way, and one of my subscribers has sent me a really good comment. Thank you, Lisa. I really appreciate that, thanks for sharing. Empaths, sensitive people, I call us the Phoenix people, because regardless of everything that we are going through, I still believe that there is meaning here. I do. I cannot allow myself to go into the land of despair completely. I mean, I spent quite a lot of time there of late, especially since May this year. But I still believe that there is meaning here. I do. There is no coincidence here. We are not here just because, or because we're somehow hopelessly trapped in this Archon-infested realm. I think we are here to do something, to do a job. I hear so many different theories, just a minute. The Lush theory, for example. And it's interesting because I was watching The Dark Crystal on Netflix, which is very good, by the way. Very, very good. It's just full of insights. Where you get the Skeksis, of course, and they are basically feeding off the essence of the Gelflings, which there is definitely some truth there, but I think there is more to the story than that, and I think that every story that has a negative, a bad ending of no hope, there was never any hope, we're all doomed forever and ever, doesn't ring true to me, despite everything. There is within us, if we look deeply, a grain of something very powerful, but we've been so mind-controlled, people, and we are still so trapped in that maze, and those voices, telling us that we're small, we're powerless, we're just trapped here forever, there's nothing we can do, and we're worthless, and we're bad, and we're guilty, and there's nothing we can do, blah blah. And shit happens, doesn't it? And I find that, these horrible things that happen, like when you do lose all your people, your family, or when you find yourself in difficult situations, these are the type of scenarios that bring up all that programming. They always do. And I think that's maybe at least part of why they happen and why we feel the way we do, why we feel so utterly lost, because that is programming. And it looks very real too, and it is. Stuff happens that literally makes us quake in our boots. The system is powerful, there's no doubt about it, and it's a dark and nefarious thing. It's a prison, it's everywhere, it's all around us, just like the fucking Matrix, But yet again, I do find this seed within me that says nothing is a coincidence. This is meaningful. We are here for a reason. And even if we cannot quite work out what that reason is, what our purpose is, that doesn't mean we do not have a purpose. It just means that we haven't tuned into it yet, because the programming is still too strong, and it really just still has us by the throat, making us think that we are that were failures, and you know, if you've lived many lifetimes and you're beginning to understand and know and remember perhaps, and you're beginning to integrate memories, you feel that perhaps even more, because, you know, some of us have been here probably quite a long time, and we've seen, and we've remembered. But you see, I remember other places as well. I've been on other places. I've been in other realms before I came to this place. And, well, it's very soupy. Yes, it's all very soupy. It's hard, you know. There's so much fear and there's so much doubt, and it muddies the waters so very much. And fear. Oh, fear. Fear is a terrible disease. It is... Wow, it's hard. I know it is. It's darker now than I ever remember it being. I do know that. But then I often remind myself as well that that is par for the course. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, none of us do. And people that say they do, well, they're full of shit. I've yet to come across any person, anywhere, or YouTube or whatever, that I feel really speaks truth. I always see people, I see through them and I see into them, and I know what I'm dealing with, and yeah, well, you know, even myself, you know, when I'm talking rubbish, it's like, whoa, Anika, you're talking absolute bollocks here. You know, we all do it. We've all got issues. But, yeah. I still feel there is meaning, that we have a purpose here. I still believe that this is going somewhere. But you see, the war is on. The war is on. We are warriors of the light, but warriors of the light do not fight conventionally. We're not made like that. There's no point in digging your heels in and resisting the inevitable. The only thing I know is to go within, is to introspect, soul mining. That is the only thing I know how to do. And I haven't even been very good at that, to be fair. It's like clinging on with your fingernails, you know, when you're at the very end of yourself, the very edge of everything. But then perhaps it really is time to keep going more and more, deeper and deeper into the unknown, because the known really has nothing left to offer us. We've been there, we've got all the t-shirts from all the lifetimes we've lived. We know and we see, yes we do. But we are surrounded by the minions, you know, and that includes all those gurus and all those nice people of Gaia and all this and that, you know, just haven't got a fucking clue. They do not see. I mean, I've watched so many documentaries, I've seen so many things happen all around me and everywhere in this world. I know what this world is, and it is just incredibly evil, the things that are happening, and the obliviousness of the multitudes. But you see, we are not oblivious. We do see and we do know, and we're going through the fires now, as we indeed have done for quite some time, but it's seeming to get hotter and hotter here. This is definitely not a time to give up. We can't give up now. You know, it's a time to press on one way or another, however we feel we can do that. And yeah. Being warriors of the light, what does that really mean? What does that entail? You know, it's about being present. It's about seeing, bearing witness to all that is, the good as well as the bad. And there is good here, there is beauty, there is goodness, there is love, yes there is. And that is why I do not believe the entirety of the whole Lush theory, because if this world was created for and by the Archons, who have no creativity at all, we would not see the beauty of a kingfisher or a beautiful butterfly or a hedgehog or a beautiful amazing tree that speaks to us. There would not be such things. We would literally live in a dark, barren nightmare. And yes, they're doing their very best to create that sort of scenario, obviously. And it hurts us to the core of our being, because we're beings of the light, you see. So we are here, we see this. We are bearing witness. And we use this darkness, in a sense, to go within and to find all that programming within us that has made us so distorted. Soul mining, yes. And that is what we need to keep doing. So whatever thoughts are coming up, whatever feelings are coming up, there's a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings. The thoughts, in fact, are mostly not our own, and the feelings aren't really our own. The energy isn't our own. It is this world, and it is the virus within us that we are, that we're witnessing, that we are transforming in the fire. And it is very uncomfortable. I mean, wow, it's things like, well, just be with it. It's not as simple as that. Sometimes you can't be with it. You can't be with it all the time. But, each and every one of us will find our way with this. We have to, And you often find that you're stronger than you thought you were. And also, I do feel that there is the spirit, the great mother, the spirit of the great mother, that essence of love and protection. It is there. It's as if we cut ourselves off from it because we feel so worthless. We feel undeserving of love and safety and protection and guidance. And we don't really know ourselves very well. We know what the system has made us, but we do not know our true self. We haven't as yet really delved into that. And I think that we are so much more than we know. And so perhaps it's time to start thinking about that a little bit. Who are you? Who am I? What are we capable of? What lies within us in terms of treasure, in terms of possibility, creativity, power? You see, because it's a bit like a pressure cooker. There's all this incredibleness within us. I really do believe that. But the lid's been forced onto it, and it's like a cauldron, It's coming up something. It's coming up something good and pure and raw and powerful and amazing, because it is there. It is there.